TwinklePhoenix here, and welcome to FNaTI and Treasure Island. Today we're going to take a look at Oswald. So here's some stuff I've got of Oswald. So I'm going to correct a couple of things. When I first played FNaTI and Treasure Island, remember guys, the diagrams and the image down at the bottom, and this right here were all my doing. This is mine. I got this one from the Wikipedia because I couldn't find imagery at all of him with no arms. And this is what the original Oswald from Epic Mickey looks like. Now, when I first played Treasure Island, upon entering the second night, I automatically started screaming blue murders at Oswald, trying to get him to shut up because he constantly kept talking my goddamn ears. And you could check back as well. I, for a long time, believed the talking was Oswald because he was the first one that Lisa mentions on the second night, and then she says like if he becomes a nuisance, and then this talking goddamn started, and then I was just getting annoyed because he literally was making my ears bleed with how much he goddamn talks. And then of course when I played through the demo again, the updated version, I had talking on the first night, which then led me to believe perhaps he wasn't Oswald speaking, because the creepy one, who everybody calls him Distorted Mickey, appeared. So then I assumed the talking was him. But it wasn't until like later on when I went to the Wikipedia that I was then informed that Oswald on rare occasions can actually become active on night 1. But on really rare occasions. So that was the talking. So I just want to correct this fact. That is the reason why I assumed perhaps it wasn't Oswald talking. I said it might be Oswald or it might be creepy one, aka Distorted Mickey, because Distorted Mickey had the human features, which led me then more to believe it was him, as Oswald unfortunately didn't have any human features or characteristics on him. Now, let's talk about Oswald. Now, Oswald, of course, is an anamorphic rabbit. The original Oswald. I mean, he can actually change shape. He's really flexible, the original Oswald character, when he was created. He had the ability to turn into like tools and items in the cartoons. He was actually created like in the 1920s, and then was like bought out. But that's like Oswald that we know, the cartoon Oswald from Disney. But the Oswald in this one is completely different. For one, when we first meet Oswald on night 2, Lisa tells us that his texture, the Oswald suit, was never finished. And she also goes ahead and tells us that he's actually black. But upon brightening the screen, you'll actually discover Oswald isn't black. He's actually blue. But he definitely has no arms. Which in itself is weird. But he's kind of like melted as well. And I don't know what in the earth the way things are on his ears. Because this kind of bugs me when I was looking at Oswald. I can't for the life of me work out what these are. But here's, of course, the brightened image of me during one of my playthroughs when I was doing the jump scare for Oswald. Lisa actually does indeed confirm his gender. She actually does say, although this is a suit, and a suit shouldn't actually have a gender because it's just an empty suit. She does say, just like the other suit, the thing is his colours. So she does say he. His colours. You can't do anything about him. And if he starts to become a nuisance. So Lisa does actually, in fact, confirm Oswald's gender is indeed a male. Oddly enough, seeing as it's a suit, so technically a suit should not have a gender, yet he does. It's not really explained why Oswald doesn't have arms, or why he was never finished, only that he's really hard to see. It's not even explained why the hell he's trying to eat off face. Oswald is actually found here, in that, it looks like a loading area, it really does. Like, you know, that big area, there's like a big huge room with a bunch of boxes, and behind one is like a pair of legs. And Oswald is right behind this one box. And then on night 2, you'll actually see these legs disappear from behind the goddamn box. Oswald's route, when, as I said before, I'm assuming he comes from this door on our office. And oddly enough, Oswald casually walks around the desk and takes the camera off us. And he's really extremely hard to see in the dark. He really is. All you can see is like a floating head thing before he comes in your face. Now, as you can see from this image we hear where I brained up Oswald, Oswald can indeed appear alongside other characters. He's not just, you know, he doesn't mind coming in the office when something's there. And again, I'm not really sure how Oswald's eyes work. Because clearly Oswald is looking at us because his pupils are down here. But I'm not really sure if that means those are his eyes, or maybe that's just like the outline outside of the eyes. But Oswald apparently can indeed talk, and he says stuff about God. Why he talks about God, I don't know. I should probably start praying about God, asking him to make Oswald bloody shut up, because he's constantly talking in my ears. That's the only real problem I have with Night 2, is Oswald's constant yammering on and he doesn't shut up. He does have a particular route. He sticks to like 3 areas before he comes to you. His starting point, outside the mascot suit room, and then the area where you find Goofy's head. And then he comes into your office and murders your face. Now, Lisa, of course, actually contradicts herself twice when she's talking about Oswald. She first tells us, firstly, that it's a bad idea to make a noise for phone-negative Mickey, and yet she tells us afterwards that if he does wander in your office, making a noise might actually be a good idea. But if he starts to become a nuisance. Now, Oswald, the character of Oswald the Rabbit, actually is a very mischievous character in himself, the original one. I'm not really sure how this one becomes a nuisance, except for his constant talking and not wanting to shut up. I really don't know why he's talking all the time. It's annoying. Out of most of the characters, Oswald and Donald are the goddamn loudest. Donald makes that annoying static noise and doesn't just shut up for the life of him. And then you've got Oswald who talks, just, you know, a weird, funny talking. And it's not really explained how Oswald actually does go about killing someone if he has no arms. I'm really not sure. And he has no teeth to actually cause us any pain. Unless, of course, he uses his ears to strangle us. Because I'm not really sure how he goes about it. At all. I'm not sure how much characteristics the suit has to the original Oswald. Or really why Lisa seems to know more about Oswald than Greg did, or, you know, and about these suits. Because Greg originally said that we, as far as we know, the phone-negative suit can't see very well. Yet Lisa contradicts it and said, it can see, but not too well. And I bet you now, by the 3rd night, someone's going to turn around and say, oh, they're both wrong, it can definitely goddamn see you. Bet you that's what it's going to be. But Oswald does indeed apparently speak. He does indeed speak. As I said though, because the characteristics I wasn't sure. Oddly enough, Oswald has no arms. And if you notice, they're kind of a bit weird because either his arms were never attached or they were and something pulled them off. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if it was photo-negative Mickey, because I always wouldn't put it past him to actually, you know, go and pull someone apart. He seems like the type of mouse to do it. But at least we can definitely tell he is a male. It's not really confirmed why he has no arms. It's not really confirmed why Lisa actually knows this. I'm not even sure if Lisa and her friends have actually been here yet. But from what I can gather, they do already know quite a bit about it. Already about them. But Lisa definitely knows the most about Oswald. Maybe Oswald was what she was like researching on the most. Maybe Oswald was what she was focusing on. Greg was focusing on phoning Mickey. Who knows? But Oswald definitely has his own uniqueness to him. It's a good thing apparently all the goddamn doors in the office area are goddamn open. Because I mean clearly Oswald, you know, having no arms, it'd be a good idea to close the goddamn doors. But for some unexplained reason, somebody forgot to close the doors. It'd be a good goddamn idea to blooming close them, wouldn't it? Then nothing would get in the office to you. But no, apparently we don't think that. I'm not really sure how Oswald goes from here. I'm assuming he goes out this door here, the one that we can't see very well. Now, of course, another thing about Oswald is the fact he does speak. He speaks annoyingly. I mean, he's an awesome character and all, but God's sake, you think he'd shut up after a while. But apparently he can't, when he starts moving, apparently from what I could gather, according to the Wikipedia, when he moves, he actually talks each time he moves. He actually says something, and that's what the goddamn talking is. And apparently what he says is, bless your soul. Now, I'm confused, unless of course he's a goddamn priest. Don't bless this one. Have mercy on me, please. I only ask for blessing. Again. I ask for blessing. Please shut up. God, 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 where are you, God? Unless, of course, whoever was goddamn talking was a religious person. God, listen to me. I know you're here, so please bless me and help me out of here. I only ask for this. Unless, of course, God put him in the goddamn suit. Or maybe he's asking for his soul to be released. I don't know. But Oswald can talk, and so can photo-negative Mickey. But all of them look like they're melting. I don't know. That is slightly creepy. And I am now aware, from what I read recently on the Wikipedia that was brought forward to me, apparently, photo-negative Minnie, my idea the fact that she might appear in Prep Room 1, the character Prep Room alongside photo-negative Mickey, might not be all that far-fetched. Apparently, she might possibly appear in there. I won't be surprised. I mean, she is the girlfriend to go down photo-negative Mickey. Now, of course, as I said, photo-negative Mickey is supposed to appear in here, but on the demo I have, he never appears in here for me, and I'm not really sure why he doesn't appear on my demo. I don't know if he appears on everybody else's demo, but he kind of appears in here. So Oswald isn't exactly alone in here, and I'm not sure if goofy people walk in here. And where the Minnie, when photo-negative Minnie comes into the room, she appears roughly a bit more in front of the desk, not as much as creepy one, but she's supposed to appear right there. Again, guys, be sure to check out the Wikipedia below. The information on there is provided by the creator, and remember, guys, I'm doing this for fun because I'm quite interested in the story, and I am going to try and correct myself whenever I do get something wrong, and hopefully those that are to do with the, are associated with the Wikipedia will point out if I got something wrong, or if there's something else you should add that I might have missed, because even I can get things wrong. Let's see, what else do we know about lovely Oswald? We're not really sure why Oswald moves, actually. We're not even sure why any of them move. Or why we're here. Because I honestly, I don't know how he kills us. As I said, my idea is most likely he strangles us with his goddamn ears. Because Oswald can actually move his ears. The original Oswald from Disney could. He could actually move his ears, as I said. I'm not really sure, but I am a bit confused by here, because he clearly looks like he's melted. In fact, a lot of them look like they've been melted down. I'm not really sure why. Because there's nothing around you to suggest the place was burnt. But if you remember, in the phone call at the start, it did mention, somebody's legs had come off. Somebody lost a leg. And again, it was pointed out to me that is actually something on YouTube you can actually find, and it was added in. I'm not really sure if that is relevant to the plot or not, though. Because it was something you wouldn't notice until you slowed it down, and as you guys know, in my discoveries, I'm actually slowing everything down, because I'm looking at every single point, I'm going through everything. It doesn't matter, if people have done it before, I'm doing it my way. For me, it's understand as well. Again, though. Why is Oswald moving? Why? Is Oswald a person who just clearly, he doesn't seem very expressionate, does he? Again, he just screams high pitched at us right in our goddamn face. Why? I don't know. Apparently, everybody seems to like to scream lately. But it is puzzling me as to why most of them do look very melted. But Oswald, personally, on a scary level, he's not that scary to me, anyway. He's very good at being camouflaged. It makes him really hard to goddamn see in the office. But again, I'm honestly not scared of him even when he jumps in my face, because he has no arms. I know that I really shouldn't just go into that. He has no arms. But he really has no arms, and nothing about him really is scary. Again, there isn't much much I can tell you about Oswald at this point because the demo is still like, you know, we don't get to know much about Oswald until the second night, and even then, it's just, he sticks to like these main rooms. He goes from the off, he can travel into the office, he goes to the storage room, you know, where the mascot room is, the area where Goofy's head is seen, and his place where he's just laying down there. My question is, how on the earth does he get up if he has no arms? I mean, it would be kind of difficult, wouldn't it? How exactly does he actually get up on his legs? I'm not really sure how many other characters will travel in here with him, and I'm not really sure like how many more characters we're going to have in here with us. There's still like so much more to learn, but Oswald is apparently does indeed speak, so that makes him the second speaking character. And again, if you don't believe me, just go back and watch my earlier episode when I was doing the demo and check my second night, because literally I just screamed blue murder at the goddamn bunny. But I don't know why he's got these weird patches up here. I don't remember Oswald having spots on him. But I'm also really confused as to why he looks so melted. Not all of him looks melted, but just some of him looks melted. And it looks like none of them are hostile to each other at all. You know, they don't seem to like avoid one another, because I know like compared to Five Nights at Freddy's 2, where we see like the toy versions, except for Mangle. Mangle doesn't seem to mind going near Foxy, but any other characters, they don't seem to interact with them. But in here, I haven't seen Oswald in the room where Mickey is, so if there's like a main one that can stand like in the foreground, you know, like up in this area here, that means you can definitely get somebody to appear here on the desk. Or, like, Pluto can be here, Don can be here, and you can get, you know, Oswald here, or Phonic and Mickey, Phonic and Minnie, maybe Goofy's body. They can come in the room regardless of this. But, again, I still don't know much about Pluto. He might be a threat, but as of yet, I don't know. And also, an interesting fact about Goofy's head. Goofy's also the only character that can actually blink. Which in itself is actually a human characteristic, because humans and living things actually blink. Why we blink, I'm not even sure myself. But again, I don't know. That's all I can tell you currently at the present about Oswald. I'm not sure why he says this, but it makes me think of a priest or somebody that's like, you know, believes in God strongly. Either that or something bad happened to them. God, listen to me. God, where are you, God? God, God, God. Again, that was just getting on my nerves. He was constantly talking. Have mercy on me, please. I only ask for blessing. Again, that's kind of weird. Ask for blessing. Have mercy on me, please. I only ask for blessing. Okay, this was something like a normal person would say, but something that was really religious. And I only ask for this. I'm not even sure what he's asking. For blessing. Blessing for what exactly? To be forgiven? Wouldn't it ask, like, if he did something wrong, he'd ask for forgiveness? But he's not. He's asking for blessing. So he's asking if he can do something. Where are you, God? Listen to me. I know you're here, so please bless me and help me out here. Wait, did God bless him or something and then he became part of the suit? I have no clue. I'm creeping myself out with this, and this is also due creepypasta. And again, guys, there'll be a link to the Wikipedia below for you guys to check information out yourself. And if I missed anything on Oswald, please do let me know, and then I will correct it. And once the full game does come out, you can bet I will be playing it and bringing you more discoveries. And yes, guys, this is me correcting myself with Oswald. I'm so sorry I got it wrong, but if you remember, I did point it as well. And I will put a link to the video below of the episode where I'm constantly screaming blue murders at Oswald. Oswald is a wonderful character. I do enjoy him, but he's just really hard to see, and he's got him annoying talking. Next, of course, we're going to take a look at Photo-Negative Mickey, who actually does travel everywhere. Unless, of course, we take a look at a different character first. Maybe Pluto. I'm not sure. Anyway, guys, that was Oswald. I do hope you enjoyed, and I'm sorry if I did miss anything about Oswald. And again, the picture came from the Wikipedia. The diagrams are my doing. The like a message thing for the call. I did refer to the Wikipedia to double check my information and got it correct. The image of Oswald's face was my doing, and the bless you thing there, I did have to get help. I did have to get help by referring to Wikipedia because even I can't bloody work out what the hell he's half goddamn saying to me. Until like I change a few other things. Now I am going to do, once the full game is out, I am going to go back into these guys in more detail where I'm going to include the jump scares, their actual including like gameplay scenes from my gameplays that will feature them moving around the buildings. I will put in the audio and everything like in full. This is just a rough like beginner thing for me. But once the full game is out, I am going to go into them in more detail. So you can bet my channel will keep on featuring FNaTI Treasure Island constantly. Because I know like this game probably wasn't supposed to be like a huge, big, massive thing. I mean, Matthew even said himself this was going to be his last game he's making, and he wasn't actually expecting it to become as popular as it did. But yeah. I am aware there's like another thing up on the Wikipedia. I can't remember the name of it. It's another thing, and it's got like Easter eggs in it for FNaTI Treasure Island. I have downloaded it and I will give it a go. And yeah, I will try to get all the Easter eggs to work without it crashing, because I don't know why. I think it's my antivirus thing. But yeah, people were asking me where I got the image of the Oswald be here. As I said, I got it from the Wikipedia because it was provided up on there because I couldn't find an image of him, and of course, one of you guys actually asked me if it's from the Gmod. I'm not even sure because I haven't actually seen Oswald in the Gmod. I haven't been playing the Gmod in ages, so I'm not really sure. But again, this one here obviously does have my face cam on it, so it proves that was my doing, because I brightened him up because I was curious, and as you can clearly see, Donald's right behind him. But again, you know. But that's just like a rough thing. Oswald is confirmed via mail. Oswald is definitely a rabbit. Oswald has no arms. Oswald screams this. Oswald can goddamn talk about goddamn something to do with God. I wonder how that's going for him, but you goddamn wish there was a way to make him be quiet. He's like really loud, but it's always Donald. I mean, next time I play, I'm gonna have to turn the volume down because Donald gives me a terrible migraine. But Oswald is by far the hardest to see. I know, like, when you see me, like, play it, you can barely see Oswald at all because he doesn't have a bond to his body. That's probably, like, a glitch in the thing because he's supposed to have, like, a whole physical body. But as soon as you see, like, something in front of the sign, put the thing up and turn off one of the cameras because that's Oswald. But, yes, again, that was all of Oswald. And, you know, everything I can gather from Oswald at the moment. And as I said, that's without me adding, like, you know, full of things. But he's definitely the rabbit. And again, don't ask me how exactly he kills you. I can only assume, I'll give you, like, a rough idea, maybe he strangles you. Because either that, or he screams at us, gives us a heart attack, we die, or we pass out, and then one of the others come in and kill us. Also, the fluid inside of Mickey confuses me. Whenever naked Mickey actually takes off his head, I know he's in reverse, so I try turning back to the other colour to see if it was blood, but it's not blood because it turns blue, so I'm confused as to what exactly is inside him, unless, of course, it's, you know, pus. Ew! That was something else, but it's weird. But Oswald, personally, is he, like, extremely dangerous? I guess he is in a sense, but should you be scared of him? Not really. Be wary of him, because, you know, he is hard to see. Clearly, he's very hard to see. So you have to be fully aware of him, on night 2. You have to watch out for him. But, fear factor, I'm not that scared of him. Now, for a negative Minnie, now that's a different story. She's just creepy. But, yeah, that was Oswald. And again, see, I did point out where everything came from. And, yes. Be sure to check out the Wikipedia. If I missed anything, do let me know. And I am going, as I said, I am actually building a full map with colours like this, with layouts, with the routes and everything. I've actually got the layout done ready. I've got a lot of stuff ready for when the full game comes out, so I'm prepared beforehand. You can tell I'm quite that into it. I've done it for Five Nights at Freddy's as well. But yeah, I really love what Matthew's done. This is quite different. I like it. And the fact that it's Disney characters as well. Also, another thing to keep in mind as well, Mickey, there's two of him. There's the distorted Mickey, and there's the photonegative Mickey. There's two of them. It's quite interesting. Why, I don't know. Why they melted, I don't know either. Anyway, that was everything I know about Oswald. Unless, of course, I can think of something and I'll add it. But as I said, once the full game comes out, we are going to take an even closer in-depth look at Oswald. And I mean literally a closer in-depth look at Oswald. Literally, I'm going to cover every single thing about him. So yeah, but that's going to have to wait till like the full game comes out. And I don't know when that will be. So you guys, thanks for watching. That was everything I got on Oswald. Minus his jump scares, of course. You can go to my channel and you can see the playlist. I'll actually put the playlist to the FNaTI Treasure Island. And this, of course, is everything about Oswald. And see, I did correct myself. I did say he can talk. So yay. I'm not stupid. Anyway, yeah, guys, more bits coming up, and I do hope you enjoyed. And again, the link to the Wikipedia will be below. Information there is also provided by Matthew, the creator himself. So it is actually really helpful and obviously gives you the correct information. And I can still put in speculations and my own ideas if need be, you know. And colourful diagrams, which I am actually enjoying doing diagrams. It's really helpful, for me anyway, to understand everything and to know where to look when need to be. But again, why doesn't someone just close the door to stop Oswald getting in? It might be a good idea. Then again, we haven't got a chair, have we, in our room? Damn it! If we had a chair, we could put it up by the door. But then, no, we're not. Like, most likely, someone's going to kick it down before Mickey's got an amazing ability. But yeah, that was everything I have on Oswald. Well, most of the stuff I have on Oswald. We are going to do his audio and his jumps to the side, but in detail once the whole entire game comes out. I've already got most of it done ready. So yeah, thanks for watching. That was a Five Nights at Treasure Island Discoveries with me, Twinkle. And it, of course, about the wonderful Oswald the Rabbit that Lisa mentions. Doesn't he look charming? Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.